run it back, 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 run it back. Lost everything I ever wanted it back. Got a problem, never run from that. Have fun with that. Get the W, then double back. That shit. Watch how I react. Fight back, stay down. Now we taking off. Got the fight. Promise you, if anybody can hold me, I can. Get the right man, baby, I'm my own hype man. Yeah. Run it back, 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 ooh, run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back. Battles not taking photograph. Run it back, like to the friends. Run it back when I told it right. I'll be back like another van. Ultra fast. I ain't with the bucket dash. Run it back, like running back. Face back with the shoulder pads.
Run it back, watch your back. You think I want it cream, but I like it black. Not by the act. And run it back, you see how I act. Nothing I lack. Feel it like a fatal heart attack. I'd die for that.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Houston Texans. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
On the ball, now! Let go!
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
At the 19-yard line.
To the right side and caught by Dell. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Being chased out left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But at this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. Stroud to throw it. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Khalil Mack in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141.5. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Chargers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. Fighting his way through contact. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Caught left side. Here's Dell. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Stroud off the play fake. Right side completes to Mechie. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Panther Street! Panther Street! Ready, ready, hut!
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Alert! Alert! Hut, hut.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. You look at the defense for these Texans. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
And fights through one man. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. The 22 more yards there, and another first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Ready.
A give left side to Howard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. These two teams all tied after one.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
They'll send one of those two tight ends in motion. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? your two-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have one or two for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shot of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
2nd and a couple. Another carry for Pierce. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on 3rd down now. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded at the 43. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
From the set.
First and 10, it's Stroud. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I get my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. Play action. Stroud now. Rolling to his right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
The Texans are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Seven Pirates!
Stroud on 3rd down now. He gets this one to Mechie. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
It's now 4th down and 1.
Chop 60! Chop 60!
4th down. Here's Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. That is caught. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Herbert on 1st down now. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw here, Herbert. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. So he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. That's taken it around the 40. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
60 Bobcats, 6 corners, 70. Rig alert, rig alert. Cup 19, cup 19.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Could be 4 down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
And Stroud now to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Monte Mapu. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You had a horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. That is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Get it!
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
19 Lions.
Now Stroud. And his throw is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Ready.
Here's Stroud. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A run for Pierce out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Herbert. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Patterson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Looking deep here for Mechie. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Final play of the half. Stroud. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people would think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. He'll find Reynolds over the middle. Big strides, look at him go. Inside the 20. Touchdown, LA! A big play there. 83 yards. And the Chargers have retaken a third-quarter lead. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Now, this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. This will be complete to Mechie. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
And he's going to go 17. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Trap 60. Ready.
The second down throw now from Stroud. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Martin Emerson. There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
70, come 19, come 19. Go.
Stroud looking to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Mechie, the man in motion.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready.
Stroud now on fourth down. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his target. That's complete. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Stroud. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sullivan. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here goes Stroud again. Looking left side, and it's good. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll take over after that pretty clutch forced fumble as they begin inside their own 5-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you can easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. From down near his goal line here, Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Reese. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger.
Pierce now up the middle. Bulldozes past him. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Crowd right, crowd right, crowd right.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 69 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now in Houston, it's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They go again with Pierce. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
5-9, 5-9. 59, 59. Go.
Here's Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Baylor tight.
Herbert now. He finds his man, complete. It's Wagner. Touchdown, Chargers. An 18-yard touchdown, Brown. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator, and they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter, and I don't see them looking back.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
To get back in this ball game, big plays are going to be necessary. And here's one right on cue. Coming up with 3 scores here in the 4th is not going to be an easy task. But that's good work there to bite off a chunk of yards.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Stroud to throw it. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. C.J. Stroud. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13.
Texans 21. Kevin McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Chargers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now it's Herbert. That is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And able to get this to the 31. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 26. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
19.
On first down, here's Stroud. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. A really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. Give to Pierce. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 99 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a second and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Now a fake on the jet sweep and on play action. Here's Herbert. Rush coming and he's taken down. Oh boy, kind of hold your breath here because Justin Herbert, he appears to be in some discomfort after that last play. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. On the move to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on? And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Derwin James with a pick, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Now a handoff for Pierce. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll look to throw here. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
First down.
Ready, set.